A pro-life group in New York has successfully stopped the construction of a new Planned Parenthood. The organization, Brighton Residents Against Violence to Everyone, also known as B.R.A.V.E, filed a lawsuit in August of 2020 challenging the approval of the new Planned Parenthood building by the Brighton Planning Board. In the lawsuit, B.R.A.V.E argued that the planning board was negligent during the site plan approval process for the facility, as they failed to review issues that could be caused by placing an abortion clinic within a thriving community. Joining us now via Zoom is Linda Mandel-Clementi, president of Mandel-Clementi PC and lawyer for B.R.A.V.E. Linda, thanks for being here. Can you start by telling us about how you got involved with B.R.A.V.E and what moved you to serve as their legal counsel on this project?
Sure. So basically, I originally was contacted through another attorney who knew that B.R.A.V.E was looking for an attorney to represent them in the matter. Knew that it concerned a site plan approval process. That was something that I have experience in, both from serving as municipal counsel for towns within the state of New York, but also serving as an attorney litigating site plan approval issues, land use issues in New York State. So that attorney had reached out to me, told me a little bit about it. Once I learned that it was for this particular project, I am someone who feels fairly strongly in favor of the pro-life movement, so it was kind of an easy decision for me to proceed forward. I mean, it wasn't easy in the sense that, you know, I had a pretty busy practice, but I did feel strongly that they should have representation. And also, in New York State, if you want to challenge the site plan approval, you have like a 30-day window from the time that the decision is filed in the town clerk's office. So I knew when I was reaching out, you know, when they reached out to me on this, that we had a fairly tight window for me to make a decision. I did, and we proceeded.
And in the lawsuit, you argued that the Brighton Planning Board didn't take a close enough look at the potential effects of bringing an abortion clinic into the neighborhood. What are some of those possible effects?
So basically, they didn't take any look at it because they were told they could not by the town attorney, which was part of our lawsuit as well. But some of the deleterious effects that we discussed are, you know, obviously there are traffic impacts to that are different from your typical medical office building. I mean, it's kind of an around-the-clock proceeding, and there's drop-in business as well. Then, in addition to that, we were concerned about the lack of access around the facility. We were concerned about the fact that there was no real discussion about how waste management issues were going to be addressed. There was no discussion about the impacts to wastewater treatment facilities within the town of Brighton and surrounding communities from the fact that so many of these facilities are now pushing the abortion pill. A lot of that waste gets removed through the, you know, wastewater treatment facility, which is not designed to handle pathological waste. That was a concern, wasn't even addressed by the planning board. The other issue was the impacts to the community character within the vicinity of the facility. I mean, within the immediate vicinity there is a Catholic boys' school, there is a mosque, there is a children's playground, there are residences. And these types of facilities often invite sex traffickers who bring, you know, frankly, their victims there to address the problems that arise from the sex trafficking. And a lot of those people will hang out around there loitering, doing lewd comments at other sidewalk advocates, doing, you know, lewd displays to those people. And all of that brings a negative impact to the immediate community character. And that's something that we thought should have been addressed.
Yes, well, it's clearly good that you were successful in pumping the brakes on this abortion clinic being built. Has anything been done to assure that Planned Parenthood cannot attempt to move into the Brighton neighborhood later down the road?
No, and there's really no way to try to prevent that unless the town would like to undergo a secondary effects study. That's something that I know some of the advocates have been discussing at the town board level, is that, you know, when they go to the meetings and they bring these up in the public comment periods, that they could, you know, commission a secondary effects and isolate particular neighborhoods which have sensitive locations like schools, like playgrounds, you know, like churches, in the same way that a lot of times, you address the secondary effects of, say, the porn industry, frankly, in New York State is like that. Adult entertainment cannot be banned in any area in which businesses are allowed. However, you can regulate the secondary effects of those and prevent them from going into certain locations. That's something that I think, the town should really look at here.
It's been so insightful to talk to you about this. Linda Mandel-Clementi, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you.